6 diabetes world. Now, before we get into this video for today, I want to discuss one little point that if you're listening with youngsters in the room, I might suggest earphones. This video is pretty well situated for people who are 16 years of age or older. If you're not in that category, go take a look at one of my other videos. This video is not for you. Today, we're going to discuss type 1 diabetes or T1D and sex. So grab your cup of coffee, sit back, relax. Remember, this video is not for anyone 16 years of age or younger, and I'm being liberal with 16. You may want to talk to your parents if you're between 16 and 19 before listening to this video. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, just a quick thing. This is not for kids, so don't worry if you're of age, but if you're underage, take precautions and listen to your video with headphones. But T1D and sex has always been intertwined. So much of type 1 diabetes is or will affect so many areas of your body, and sex can be one of them. For men, and just talking that I'm a male, so erectile dysfunction. For women, it could be loss of lubricant, lack of arousal. So all of this comes from diabetic neuropathy. And as you age with diabetes, things like this happen. Now, for myself, it probably didn't help that between age 16 and 24, I didn't really follow any sort of glucose control. I would, if I had to go see a doctor, I knew about a week ahead of time, and I'd go and I'd get my little, do everything right for that week, and then after that, whatever. And I think I've done damage to my nervous system. So don't write off blood sugar control and sex. This can be very uncomfortable for men and women to discuss, especially if you're a partner of a type 1 diabetic. I have diabetic neuropathy. I don't have too much of a desire anymore. I'm in my 60s. Let me just put it this way, just in my 60s. And my younger days, yes, I had quite a desire for sex. But lately, my late 50s and into my 60s, it's kind of like, oh well, whatever. And things like that happened. And like I said, it didn't help that I did not take good care of my blood sugar. To this day, I still have issues with my blood sugars. I think I fell into the trap. Oh, it's easy. You know, oh, I can have what I want. But I was brittle without even knowing I was brittle. I should have known I would start having problems because I had problems in my legs and had ended up in using a wheelchair to get around. And you just have to do what you did, but it really affected my life. I never was intimate with someone with type 1 diabetes, but it can, I'm assuming, be very difficult. If you're a female, losing your arousal is a major issue. Now, I've heard of Viagra or Cialis for women. Problems with erections for men. We have Cialis and Viagra. I never resorted to these. And it all pretty well comes down to nerve damage. And you know how you stop nerve damage is by having tight control. Now, tried to tell me that back when I was 17, 18, early 20s. Yeah, right. Nothing like that's ever gonna happen to me. And you keep saying that till it does. And once something like this is taken away, it's hard to get back. So, sex can be difficult at the best of times. But when one of you or both of you aren't fully there to participate, it can make things a little difficult. Was that simplified enough? You gotta laugh. But I'm suffer from neuropathy. I myself have a problem with erections, but I think a lot of it has to do with my being brittle and also me taking lack of good care of myself. So, best thing you can do if you want to maintain an active sex life is tight control, understanding, and talk to your doctor if you run into any issues. Those are the best things you can do. tight control will stop diabetic neuropathy from starting. I thought, oh yeah, I have diabetic neuropathy. I have it in my legs. Not a big issue. Well, it was a big issue. And even after I said, you know what? I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to do everything 100%. Things still didn't work out right. So be prepared. Follow your doctor's leads as best as you can. But tight control is always the best. But speak with your doctor before starting any new care routine. With that, have a super day, and we'll talk again soon. My email address is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. All one line. Drop me